Hi everyone, welcome back to David Let Go to Hobbies. Right, darling little bloody government. They are absolutely mindless morons, aren't they? Oh, just making myself comfortable. I mean, it's not just one isolated item that's going wrong, right? It's multiple things. Why do I say that? Why do I repeat that? Because it's a bloody shambles. It's an absolute cock-up. And when I say this government has got no clue whatsoever, they haven't. They might, Sir Keir Starmer might be a lawyer, a Queen's Counsellor, and an absolute moron. But besides that, he can't run a country. We all found that out, and we can see what's happening. Rachel Reeves, another plonker, another absolute twat of a person. She calls an economist. She's worked in comics. Yeah, basically works in comics. But to be honest with you, economics. Sorry, I get the word out eventually. But she's as much good as my little toe. And yeah. Well, let's be honest. It's not my little toe. She's as much used as a chocolate teacup. That's what she boils down to. And then you got Angela Rayner. God dear. What is it with this government? They're absolutely frigging idiots. They really are. So, where did it all start? Pensioners. We're gonna do away. They actually introduced it. You know as well as I do. The Labour Party introduced the winter fuel payment for pensioners, and now they decide to take it away. That's what you call two-faced, right? And then they decide to screw up the farmers. I mean, these farmers have been handed down for generations, right? And it's just a money-grabbing exercise. Sir Keir Starmer's popularity rating is minus 61%. It's going to go down to 100, I'll tell you now. What an absolute moron of a bloke. He's got no control, no idea on how to run a country. He's got no experience whatsoever, and it's showing. And now what he wants to do is side up with the bleeding Chinese. It's almost like saying to Putin, come on Putin, we're in the club together, let's do this together, yeah? He's an absolute bastard. He really is, sort of selling our country out. He's just like Putin, a red communist dictator. That's what he's becoming. He's becoming a dictator. It's just like Hitler and Putin and Stalin, right? But not only that, he's selling us out to the Chinese. And what's he doing about the schools? These poor kids are going to suffer. They're bringing these policies in, and they have not bleeding. Oh. If you're sending your kid to a private school, right? I haven't got a problem with that. If you've got the money to do so, all you're trying to do is better your kids. I don't have a problem with that, right? The problem I have is with this government. They are destroying the kids' education, because what they're doing, if they can't basically you can't get your kid in a school because you can't afford to pay the tuition fees, because what they're doing now is adding VAT onto whatever they're charging. It's absolute mindless. Excuse me for a second. Oh dear. And you think to yourself, it's just not one thing, is it? It's just absolutely ludicrous how this government is going about doing things. Surely it's against human rights that trying to do what they're doing must go against the law, because what it seems to me as a layman, that they're betraying people in this country, but they're taking away the kids' education, because The parents can't afford to put them in private schools, so they got to find a place for them in normal schools, right? And because the schools are already full up and brimming with kids, there's no space, so the kids won't have an education. So surely it's against human rights, and it's a matter of law that you've got a right to a kid's education. And so this bloody plonker Starmer is a lawyer. Surely the bloke's mind is up his backside, because it's just absolutely frigging useless, isn't it? The more I talk about it, the more I get pissed off with them. I cannot believe the government are so short-sighted they haven't even thought it through. What's the advisor supposed to be doing? They're supposed to be educating these muppets about what they should do, what they shouldn't do. So if the bleeding advisor's got no clue, how the bloody government's going to run this country? We're all fucked, aren't we? We're totally and utterly fucked. Excuse my language, but this government is the worst in living history of the UK. And you think to yourself, sorry, someone's trying to talk to me. I'm just saying I'm on the phone. Not really. I'm just trying to not interfere with you. But what gets me is that people in power, they should know the rules, the regulations. I mean, what are they trying to do to the country? What are they trying to achieve by doing what they're doing? It is more than stupidity, isn't it? It is totally, utterly incompetence. They have not got a frigging clue what they're doing. That's what it boils down to. They make things up. Someone said to them they want to do this. These advisors, I said to them, this is what you need to do. This is what we need to do. That's what we need to do. But anyone stop and ask, what about the kids going to private schools? They have to be found education in a government school. And there's no places. We'll deal with that later. That's the sort of attitude they're going to have. Well, if you send your kids to private school, how's this affecting you? Right? Always, these governments are so short-sighted and they screw it up for everyone. I think this government, Thatcher was a bad bitch. She really was. But this is just taking it to a whole new level of incompetence, stupidity, absolute morons. But what can we do? Well, I'll tell you what we do. We voice our opinions. We write to our MPs. We tell them this has got to stop. I did not vote for Labour. Thank God I didn't. Because this just goes to show the incompetence of how stupid they are at running this country. Well, they're not running it, are they? They're just dragging it down. That's all they're doing. They're dragging the country down. You have your choice to just watch the video and not leave a comment. That's not going to help you. That's not going to help my other viewers or the subscribers. If you leave a comment, everyone will know how you feel, how it's affected you. What do you think about this government? I've had people saying, get on with it, get a life. I have got a life, but I'm bringing this to your attention. Okay, if it was one isolated thing, we could probably accept it. Maybe two. But it's not. It's not. It's multiple items of absolutely moron incompetence of the highest degree. I just can't fathom out where is the logic in the government. There's no logic. Leave a comment, let me know how it's affecting you. Electricity prices, Ofgem, it's all controlled by the government. Government set the prices what companies can charge. So your government is responsible for this. These huge profits these companies are making. Your government is the ultimate rule maker. So when you moan about the energy prices, it's the government that caused it. The government caused these companies to have huge profits. Something smells a bit iffy around here. Something's dodgy. Well and truly dodgy. I don't know what, but something's not right. You know as well as I do. I'm 63. I've seen prime ministers come, I've seen prime ministers go, and the shortest one in history was Liz Truss. What an absolute douchebag of a woman. She really was. What is it with these prime ministers? They've got no education in running a country. Perhaps there should be. Here's an idea. There should be a classroom for prime ministers. How to educate them, just like a load of kids, because a kid would know a lot more than a prime minister would, wouldn't they? And a little kid would probably run a country better than what a prime minister would. I'll rest my case. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. But please leave a comment. Write to your MP. Voice your opinions. Come on here and say something. Let the rest of the people know. Please. It's your point now to say something about what's going on, how it makes you feel. Yeah? Write to your MP. Can't make it plainer and more plainer than that. Anyway, I've rabbited on too much. Please like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye for now.